We start at the southern border with breaking details. Officials are detaining a man who is claiming to be a Hezbollah terrorist. This 22-year-old man crossed into the U.S. illegally. He is now saying he planned to make a bomb. News Nation correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live from San Antonio with the latest details. Jorge, what can you tell us?
But Natasha, News Nation has independently confirmed with Customs and Border Patrol sources that Border Patrol officials apprehended a Lebanese man on March 9th who crossed illegally near the El Paso, Texas border. That man being 22-year-old Baso El Badi. He actually made terrorist threats to the El Paso Tactical Terrorism Response Team while in custody. El Badi claimed to be a member of the Iran-backed terror group Hezbollah. And when he was asked what he was doing in the U.S., he replied, "I'm going to try to make a bomb." A CBP source also confirming that Ebadi was acting in a very confident manner. The New York Post further reporting that the self-proclaimed Hezbollah terrorist told interviewers he had trained with the Iran-backed terror group for 7 years and served as an active member guarding weapons in locations for another group 4 years. Ebadi also admitted to using a fake name and birthday in several other countries. Federal officials also adding that Ebadi told agents he had plans to head to the state of New York, Natasha.
Okay, so I'm not surprised at all by this. And I'm sure he's not the only one. We've seen this before. We've seen all these terrorists coming in, people from the Middle East, people from China, people from West Africa. They're coming in from all over the world because the southern border is wide open and a lot of them are headed to New York. They know that New York is somewhat of the crown jewel, or used to be anyway, of the United States. It's the biggest, brightest cities. So who knows how many terrorist cells are in New York? Who knows what the hell is going on? Who knows the capability of these guys? Because, again, the border is wide open, and unfortunately it may only be a matter of time, because we're always talking about, oh well, we need to go wage war, we need to go help Ukraine, because if we don't help Ukraine at home, then Russia's going to destroy America. If we don't wage wars overseas, this is the sentiment that they've been pushing for decades. If we don't wage wars overseas, then we're going to get attacked at home. Now, this is how you can tell that this is all BS, and this is all a game for the military industrial complex. If these guys really cared about us being attacked at home, saying, oh, if we don't go to the Middle East and kill some poor people, then we're going to get attacked at home, well, the border would be locked down. But the fact is that we have so many people from these same countries that they say are so terrible and they're harboring a bunch of terrorists. People from these same countries are in the United States.
If you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're going to know who I am.
So again, unfortunately, I hope it's not, but unfortunately, it may be a matter of time. We're not securing the border, even though we're using that excuse. And New Yorkers, you of all people should know, you guys know firsthand exactly what happens when we let all types of people from all over the place into the country and things happen in your cities. But good luck with that, because it seems like the New Yorkers are on board with Joe Biden's agenda, voting blue continuously, even though it harms them. They've been devastated financially, and now we got these people talking about they got their eyes on New York. Who knows what these terrorists are planning, but they're coming from all over the world and going up to New York. They got their eyes on the prize. So if you continue to vote for Joe Biden, who is controlled by his handlers, a bunch of far left extremists who are pushing globalism and they want to make a country more brown or whatever, got people bringing drugs, bringing crime, they're grapists, and some we suppose are good people. And speaking of these good people, the ones that we suppose are good people anyways, they're looking to be hired by Tyson Foods. So Tyson Food, the big meat company, they're looking to hire tens of thousands of illegal immigrants. Now, we thought Tyson Food was struggling because they just closed some plants. Notably, they closed a plant in Iowa and laid off over 1,000 people. They laid off a bunch of regular, everyday Americans, and then they turned around and say, we're going to hire tens of thousands of illegal immigrants. Now they're facing boycotts from this whole situation, and they're trying to use cop-outs because they want to help their own bottom line by hiring cheaper labor. But at the same time, they want to keep their customers, not piss them off. So they're saying, oh, no, we've always been against illegal immigration. We support E-Verify. Look at our hiring practices. All we want to do is lay off regular, everyday Americans and hire tens of thousands of illegal immigrants while keeping our company in the United States. What's the problem with that? So let's look at what's going on in Iowa.
The largest employer in Perry, Tyson Fresh Meats, will close its doors for good in 108 days, leaving nearly 1,300 people without a job.
108 days seems like a lot, but it's sending city and union leaders into overdrive, helping people find jobs. KCCI's Marcus McIntosh explains the trickle-down effect the closure could have on the entire town.
We met an employee of the Tyson plant here in Perry who's worked there for almost 30 years. She's also an officer of the union that represents the Tyson workers. She's having a hard time hiding her anger.
I'm very angry about what Tyson has done.
Jody Wells has been a Tyson employee in Perry for almost 27 years. Wells also is the secretary and treasurer of United Food and Commercial Workers International Local 1155. She will never forget being blindsided by Monday afternoon's closure announcement.
People walked into that cafeteria laughing and joking and talking. And then after they gave us that flimsy piece of paper, to see the sadness and the tears.
Wells says being hurt and sad will not stop her from fighting to do the right thing by the soon-to-be ex-employees of the Tyson plant.
Our local has set up talks to negotiate.
Wells is not alone in that fight.
Come in here and
I wanted
Tyson honest about it and get them to do what's right for their employees and the city.
She is joined by Perry Mayor Dirk Cavanaugh. This comes after the mayor met with Tyson officials Tuesday morning, whom he asked a burning question.
Are you actively going to try to sell the plant, or are you just going to shut it down and keep it closed?
A question met with uncertainty. Mayor Cavanaugh knows the Tyson plant closing will impact everywhere Tyson employees spend money.
That affects the housing market, it affects the grocery stores, it affects the, like I say, the gas stations, all the businesses in town, the restaurants.
Cavanaugh is keeping an upbeat attitude, hoping to find the silver lining in the cloud hanging over Perry.
I think there's companies out there that want to expand and don't have a place to, and this may be a perfect fit.
It is too soon to tell whether that can happen before the plant shuts down at the end of June. In Perry,
So their excuse for this is saying, well, these are jobs that people don't want. These are unpleasant jobs, so we're just going to get some people from third world countries to come up and fill it because Americans, you guys don't want these jobs. I can't tell. Looks like those people were very upset that they were losing their jobs. So we're going to read about these benefits. We're going to read about what's going on here in New York City, how they're trying to get these quote-unquote asylum seekers work, tens of thousands of them, to replace ordinary Americans. New York City shelters are overwhelmed with migrants. Many of them have arrived in Texas or Florida and have taken buses to New York, where shelter and benefits are guaranteed. However, the city is scrambling as the number continues to climb and migrants look to build a new life in America, which includes housing and work. But for companies like Tyson Foods, Inc., struggling to fill unpopular jobs with a U.S. unemployment rate of 3.9%, this new population presents an alluring opportunity. So there it is again, unpopular job, which is a lie. And they say, oh, 3.9% unemployment. So we can't find anybody. These are jobs that we have. We have tens of thousands of jobs. And everyday Americans, they don't want them. The teenagers don't want them. The people in minority communities where unemployment is way higher than a national average, they don't want these jobs. Nobody wants these jobs. Therefore, we need to go get people from Latin America. We need to get people from China. We need to get people from the Middle East. And they're going to do these jobs for us. So let's get into what these people are going to get at Tyson Foods. The food processing company wants to hire 52,000 asylum seekers, quote-unquote asylum seekers, for factory jobs, offering a starting wage of $16.50 an hour, along with benefits. So I'm interested to know what city, because if you're in New York with this salary, not enough, not going to cut it. You're going to have about 3 or 4 people living in an apartment just to survive. Now, if you're in some rural area, maybe you can get by with that. The company understands and is aware that these jobs that many find unpleasant, I guess these white collar workers, but we got plenty of blue collar Americans who don't mind getting dirty, who work at fish plants, they're garbage workers. You got people working in dirty swamps and stuff. So what the hell are you talking about? People don't want these jobs. They find them unpleasant. People will work these jobs. You're not working jobs for joy. The average American isn't working a job because, oh my God, I love this. This brings me joy. It brings me happiness. No, they're trying to make a paycheck. So plenty of Americans, millions of Americans get up every day and go do some type of dirty ass job, some type of job that's unpleasant in whatever type of way because they need to make a paycheck. This is total BS. Placing the cuts into trays, final inspection for bones and packing meat, but believe this will help refugees to start a life in America. Okay, a couple of points with this. First of all, they're not refugees. They're illegal immigrants who, a lot of them just straight up lie to Border Patrol saying they're asylum seekers because it's a loophole in the system. Now, this part about inspecting meat, washing meat and all of that, are we going to be looking at an increase in food poisoning and recalls on meat? These people haven't gone through the childhood vaccines, the ones that we know for sure work, those actual vaccines that work that we get when we're children to prevent these outbreaks that third world countries, a lot of third world countries don't have these. So are we going to see a spike in foodborne illnesses because they want to do crap like this because they're trying to squeeze and make more profit by hiring illegal immigrants while at the same time saying they're against illegal immigration? For example, the company says that it has allocated $1.5 million a year for legal aid services. Now we're about to get into these benefits. $1.5 million a year for legal aid services and will be providing its new employees with temporary housing, on-site childcare, transportation, a relocation stipend, and paid time off to attend court hearings and to adjust to their new hearing. What? Were y'all giving these same benefits to the people who built this company, the people who worked in Tyson Foods for decades? Did they get these benefits? Did you give these people temporary housing? Did you have on-site child care for these people? Because we've had people working there with children forever. Pay time off to attend court hearings? You talking about the asylum hearings? The ones that are pushed 8, 9, 10 years out? You're going to give them paid time off. Man, you know what? I just moved into a new home. I know that you guys know about this home because you guys paid for it. So I just moved into the new home. I need to acclimate. I need to relax in my house for a couple of days, maybe do some decor or something. So give me some paid time off. Is the price of Tyson meats going to go up because of this? So yeah, that's the end of that, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. They're going up there to New York City and making partnerships with the government, Eric Adams them, and a couple of nonprofit organizations up there who are working with these asylum seekers to help them find work. And they're going to snatch up these people and send them somewhere with free housing, free child care. What the hell is going on, man? In fact, let's read this statement from Tyson Foods real quick because, like I said, there's a lot of outcry, there are protests, there's boycotts going on with Tyson Foods because a lot of people saying this is BS, man. You're laying off American citizens, claiming that you're struggling. Oh, we need to be more efficient and all that. Then you turn around and try to hire tens of thousands of illegal immigrants. In recent days, there's been a lot of misinformation in the media about our company, and we feel compelled to set the record straight, Tyson said in a statement. Tyson Food is strongly opposed to illegal immigration. I can't tell. I can't tell by looking at what y'all doing. And we led the way and participated in the 2 government programs to help employers combat unlawful employment. E-Verify and the mutual agreement between government employees program. Tyson Foods employs 120,000 team members in the U.S., all of whom are required to be legally authorized for work in this country, the statement adds. We have a history of strong hiring practices, and anybody who is legally able is welcome to apply to open job listings. So they want to take advantage of the loophole. They're saying, no, we're against illegal immigration, but we know there's a massive flaw in the system, and Biden is going to start handing out work authorization, work permits to these illegal immigrants, these quote-unquote asylum seekers. So technically, on paper, they're not illegal immigrants, even though anybody with common sense knows that these are illegal immigrants. We know what the hell y'all doing. So Tyson Foods, with this statement, they're not going to temper down the protests and the boycott. They're just going to make it worse because now they're insulting the intelligence of their customers. But that's the story. Good luck, New York, because you have a terrorist problem because you guys are voting for left-wing activists who are leaving the border wide open because you got large agendas. You want to turn the country blue because these illegal immigrants are going to vote 2 out of 3 Democrat. So you don't mind bringing terrorists in because you have a greater goal, I suppose. And Tyson Foods, man, good luck. good luck with that. They're giving you guys temporary alleviation in New York because they're going to snatch tens of thousands of those illegal immigrants and have them work somewhere. They haven't really said yet, but they're going to send them to their plants across the countries. But that doesn't mean that you guys are going to be totally out of the woods, because we got more migrants coming. It's getting warmer now. We're in spring, and then as summer approaches, we're going to see massive caravans coming up, especially after you're giving them all of this free stuff. For 2 years, you've been giving these people freebies, and now Tyson Foods and other places are giving these people jobs. You're going to have way more coming. So they're going to be telling each other, yeah, let's go to New York. We're going to get all of this free stuff. Plus, they're going to give us a job and pay for our homes and let us chill at home while we're acclimating to our new house. But let me know what you guys think about this. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.